Do you have a favorite family memory?
I do, actually. My favorite family memory is when my oldest child graduated from high school, and myself and all of my children were in the car together, and we were celebrating that she had just graduated high school, and we were singing at the top of our lungs together. We were singing in harmony. Everyone was kind of dancing and swaying, and I was at a stoplight, and I turned on my video, and everyone just kind of looked at the camera and just smiled the same way at the same time. And it just felt like joy, and
Lovely.
yeah, it was a lovely feeling. And I look forward to recapturing that as often as I can.
Will you tell us about your children?
Yes. My oldest child is, as of today, she's 23. She's a ray of sunshine. Not that it's her birthday, but it's December 14th, and she's 23. She's a brilliant child. She's a ray of sunshine. She is a ball of positivity and glass half full. My middle child I like to describe her as a genius. She is 20 years old. She graduated high school at 16. She taught herself 4 languages. She is just brilliant. She is also on the autism spectrum. My twins are 9 and 9. Additionally, they are on the spectrum. They are, how do I describe them? My daughter twin she's sweet. She's loving. She is very compassionate. She is very friendly. She loves to make new friends, and she loves to make room for others to lead, although she's a natural born leader. She's very artistic, so she creates the most beautiful art. My son, my only son. Okay, I like to call him my only begotten son. That's our inside joke. He is moderately on the spectrum, and he's got severe ADHD. And the reason why I lead with that is because as a Black boy in this day and age, he faces a lot of challenges. And he is, out of all of my children, my rock. He is very intuitive. He is very connected. He is very intelligent. And yet he's so unsure about everything. He's so unsure. And those are my children. There are so many more attributes I could use to describe them, but I think it would take up the whole interview.
How do you respond to your different children based off of like what they need, or how do you change as a parent, sort of in response to your children?
I think that's also a good question. And I like the reciprocal conversation, by the way. Yeah. So one thing that I did do as an older mom versus back when I was in my 20s was I took all the parenting classes that I could find. Shout out to Triple P, by the way. So I grew up with a mom saying, there is no manual, there is no handbook. And yes, however, some of these parenting classes actually do come with manuals and handbooks now. So kind of changing the narrative and allowing myself to give myself grace, to center my approach around perspectives other than my own, because I now realize that I don't have all the answers. Sitting down and actually listening to them instead of ruling with this iron motherly fist that, I may have been more inclined to do when I was younger. And I thought that's what parenting was supposed to look like. And then going back to my older children and going, hey, I didn't do that right the first time. So let's try this a little bit differently and see how we can strengthen our relationship in this way versus back when you were a lot younger. So I do say there is a lot of backtracking when I'm meeting them where they are and raising them according to who and how they are. Mm-hmm. I think the listening is the most important part, because when we listen to them, they kind of tell us what we need. And if we are person-centered and if our concern is about them, we're going to go according to that and not what we need to see and do. Like do your chores right now may be trumped by, Mom, I need a hug. I need a moment right now. And that's going to have to win in that moment, you know? So that's just how it is. And also setting boundaries and sticking to them is also very important because we all know children also know how to pull on our heartstrings and kind of get what they want in that way. So definitely a healthy balance, meeting them where they are, listening, leading with empathy. I did leave that out because just like we have these hard days and these tough situations, they do too. And they're a lot smaller with a lot less tools.
Thank you for listening to the story from the Institute for Family Shine On North Carolina campaign. Hear the full story and discover how you can share your own by visiting our website at shineonnorthcarolina.com.